Hey, it's Chiqui Linguine and today I'm making a chocolate mousse pie from Everyday Pie. I got this unbleached all-purpose flour. It's 1.5 cups of flour. Make a mess, but either way I'm gonna have to roll it out on here, so no big deal if flour falls. So 1.5 cups of flour, one-fourth of a cup of powdered sugar. It says ½ a teaspoon of salt. I only have this, so I'm gonna do like 2 cranks. Or 3. And then ½ a cup of unsalted butter. I think 1 stick is 1 cup. Oh no, 1 stick is ½ a cup, so 1 stick of butter. So whenever you're baking like pie doughs, you're gonna want to use whole. I'm here talking about the butter and I forgot I need to mix that first. Alright, so let me put it up and give it a little mix. Baking stresses me out a little. I don't like that you can't improvise, that it's very strict, and I like that in cooking you just go with the flow, but not baking. So let's follow this recipe to the T. Okay, so now that we have done that, we can add the butter. Yep. So what I was saying with the butter is cold butter. You know, this has been sitting here for a little longer than I wanted and my hands are warm, but cold butter, you dice it up and then you put it into your flour and you let the pie crust get like crumbly with the yummy butter. I am going to switch. I was using a dough hook because I'm like, oh, I'm making a pie dough, but it's not mixing the way it should be. So now it's getting that consistency that we're looking for. And now 1 large egg. And we're looking for it to bunch together and form a dough-like consistency like this, how it's all bunched together. So let me clean this up so we can do the next step. So now that it's this dough-like consistency, we're going to roll it out and get ready to bake it. I'm gonna put a little bit of flour on the counter, a little bit of flour on my rolling pin. And now we're going to try to roll it out into an even little circle to put into our pie crust. I am not the baker in the family. Like I already said, I prefer to cook, but I'm sure I can figure this out. Ooh, seen that on Instagram and it kind of worked. although it's super uneven. Let's, okay. I'm gonna try to make it all even. There's big giant holes, so I'm gonna honestly rip off the pie crust and just add it to where the holes are. First I have to poke some holes in the bottom. And now I'm going to try to make some cute little ends. And here's my cute little pie crust. Now I'm gonna preheat the oven to 375 degrees. And while that's preheating, I'm gonna pop this into the freezer for at least 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes and I just pulled this out of the freezer. Now I'm gonna pop this into the toaster oven at 375 degrees for 20 minutes. Oh, but I have to cover it with some, beans, and I forgot. I don't have any parchment paper, so I'm just gonna put this. I don't know how well it's gonna do, I forgot. I have these beans in the pantry. I'm telling myself that one day I'm gonna cook them, and I've been too scared. I don't feel like this is gonna weigh it down. It's supposed to be parchment paper so that you can get all the corners, but we'll try. So now I am going to pop it into the toaster oven for 20 minutes. So while that's in the oven, I'm going to go ahead and start the chocolate pudding mixture. 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch, and a pinch of salt. Now we're gonna add 2 egg yolks and then slowly add 3 cups of milk. Okay, now I'm gonna put this on medium-low heat. And now the best part, I'm gonna add 10 ounces of chocolate. So you're gonna continue to mix it on medium heat until it gets thick. Now it's starting to get thicker. She says it'll take about 8 minutes to get thick and then to start bubbling. As you can see, it's starting to bubble. Alright, so now that it's thickening, it's getting into like my pudding consistency. I am going to strain it into another bowl to make sure that it's super creamy and yummy. Okay, so now I'm going to strain it. It's heavy. And then with your spatula, just push it down. This is gonna let it get extra creamy and silky, and it'll keep any of the parts that clumped up out of your pie. Okay, so from here we're gonna add the melted butter, a little splash of vanilla extract, and then give that a mix. Oof, I love the smell of vanilla extract. Okay. The butter is now completely mixed in. It smells like a brownie mix. It smells so good. Had a huge accident. Half my pie went flying, but we'll try to figure it out. I am so sad about my pie. It was gonna come out beautiful and then I dropped it, but it's okay. It's still gonna taste good. So from here, we're just gonna pour it right into the pie and put it in the fridge for 3 hours. It is a lot of chocolate. It is like almost overflowing. This is my first pie, so we'll see how it comes out. I don't think it's gonna be the prettiest, but it looks fire. Ouch, that is hot. So I'm gonna put this into the fridge after it cools. I think it's way too hot to put in the fridge. So after it cools, I'm gonna put it in the fridge for 3 hours, and then I'm gonna come out and give this a try. The time has come. It's been over 3 hours, so I'm going to make the whipped cream for the topping. It's 2 tablespoons of cream cheese and 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And then we're gonna mix that up, and once that's mixed up, I'm gonna add a cup of heavy cream. And now I'm just gonna let this whip until it's firm. I'm gonna add a little splash of vanilla. So you're gonna let it go until it is thick like this, like whipped cream. And now we're just going to put it on top of the chilled chocolate pie. And that is it. We are ready to eat it. Again, it is not the prettiest pie. She definitely had a prettier presentation, but the recipe is great, so I am very excited to try this. I think it's gonna be amazing. Ta-da! My first pie, I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of here without making a mess. Okay, wasn't too bad. Okay, so now to try it. Gotta get the crust, of course. Yum. It tastes like an Hershey's pie from Burger King. This is some good stuff. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I have new content like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.